Wonderful. We'll go ahead and start today's call. It is, are you killing service customers? And really, if you think about it, that sounds like an incredible question, where are you killing your service customers? But I guarantee you that across the United States and the dealerships I've seen, every day certain things are killing your customers and making them, in essence, dead to the dealership. They're not coming back. And today we're going to look at some of the causes. Unfortunately, this could be a 3-hour call, and we're not going to cover all the ways that you can kill your customer. But we're going to hit some key areas to pay attention to and some real common ways that we lose our customers. And by the way, Mike, our moderator, as always, will observe the calls. You are able to ask questions. If you push the number 1, Mike will see it on his screen and will acknowledge your question or comment. But let's start off with many ways we can lose or kill our customers. And one of the concerns that I think I have as I go around, and don't take this wrong, we're after balance. But some people like to overcharge for everything. For example, they would take the parts cost and just times 2 everything. They've set up an aggressive labor grid. Now, this labor grid, there are literally an infinite number of labor grids out there, but if you get too aggressive with a labor grid and too aggressive with parts list, you take a wiper blade and just take it everything from a wiper blade to air filter and just times 2 your cost. It's very aggressive. But when it really starts to show up is when you look at a air compressor. If the air compressor is out on a vehicle and you take a $600 cost on an air compressor, multiply that times 2. Then you take an aggressive labor grid. And on top of that, we've got the hazardous waste fees, right? I even saw one fee that isn't real common, but I do want to mention it in this area. One dealership I even saw charging a dock fee. Now you might say, what's a dock fee on an RO? Well, this dealer thought it was a wise move to charge for document storage. So every repair order that came in through the shop got charged a $1 fee. And who knows, by now, the guy's probably up to a $3 dock fee because the $1 worked most of the time and he only killed 15 customers a month. So we can look at this section of ways to kill a service customer, and I think when you start loading up all of these charges, the maximum aggressive matrix, and by aggressive matrix, the cost times 2, or I've seen where they're graduated, where if you have something under $10, it's cost times 800. You go into these types of policies without any consideration for the customer, you're going to kill them. You're going to kill your fair share of customers. And really, if you look at it, I understand that we need a parts matrix. I understand that needs to be graduated. It just can't be so aggressive that it's cost times 2 on everything, right up through from a penny to a transmission. There's a balance that's required. A labor grid, I'm not totally against a labor grid. A mild, moderate labor grid will assist, and I understand the reason. If you got a guy that's putting in a transmission, it could be that that transmission is a lot higher skilled. A lot higher skilled than a guy doing a 3/10 oil change. So it would be logical to say that longer hour, high-skilled technician would deserve a slightly higher rate. But even with labor grids, where it gets so aggressive that we're bumping into effective rates that are so substantial it makes the cost of the repair incredible, you combine that with an aggressive parts matrix. Wow, what are we trying to do here to this customer? Are we wondering why our shop retention numbers are low? Another area, another way to kill your service customers, just let poor processes go through your dealership. Poor processes will kill a ton of customers. Yeah, let that, hey, no appointments necessary here, so that everyone shows up at 8 a.m. wanting their half-hour wait on an oil change or any issue. No appointments necessary here. Have poor scheduling processes. Let the scheduling, yeah, okay, we can get you in next week. Now, if you're allowing scheduling out over a week, I'll tell you what, you're not going to have to worry about that for too long. You were going to kill your service customers. Your fair share will say, you know what, I like the dealership, like doing business with them. I can't wait that long. I've got to use my car. I've got to use my truck. Another way to kill customers, go into your waiting area. I'm at a dealership today that's just now adding juices and snacks for their customers. They're just now doing it. I still applaud them for taking the action to constantly be looking for ways to improve their customer experience. That's what it's about. You want to kill your customers? Let them go sit in 15-year-old chairs with no bottoms in it, 5-year-old magazines, and Jerry Springer on the TV. And let them sit there for hour after hour with no update on their vehicle condition or status, trying to be polite, while two kids argue with mom about getting into the candy machine. Another good way to kill customers, kill your service customers, hours of operation. Now, believe it or not, some dealerships are still 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. But I work 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. Are you open any Saturdays? No. Don't even talk about Saturdays. Are you open any evenings? No. We're not open any evenings. Go ahead. Start killing your customers. Take them to the slaughterhouse and kill them. Don't be convenient. Another good way to continue this killing your service customers, staffing. If you think that your service advisors can write 650 repair orders a month and that your customers should stand in line and the phone should ring off the wall and not be answered, you're killing your service customer. You've got to have the staffing available, service advisors available to answer the phone. Treat them courteously. Take the time to understand their needs and input it on the appointment screen properly. We need to have the text that when a customer calls in, the maximum wait time to get their appointment scheduled is 48 hours. That's right, 48 hours. And while we're on killing customers, that includes internals. I will tell you that you want to kill internals, let them sit out back and bring them in when it's convenient for weeks on end, hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe in some cases millions of dollars, waiting to get into service whenever you have time for them.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. John's got a question.
Okay.
Rob, hi, John Salvador, Taylor Kia. What's your feeling on Quick Lube? Appointment or no appointment?
Oh, that's an excellent question. You know, on the Quick Lube side, every manufacturer wants the Quick Lube no appointment. But the reality is that if you make it an effort to not push just show up, you'll accept it, but encourage the appointments, encourage the scheduling, because one of the things that we're seeing right now is a lot of dealerships are losing substantial amounts of money on Quick Lube because they want to staff up to cover the morning rush. Then in the afternoon, they're standing around collecting fees and hourly wages with no business.
Right. So you're saying that the best way to handle that is encourage an appointment, but take the walk-in that comes in the door, no appointment needed.
Correct.
And then secondly, to that question about staffing, what do you think is a good guideline per advisor today?
Oh, that's two excellent questions. Thanks for your comments. But if you look at a monthly total of 350 repair orders, mm-hmm. with the very maximum repair order count never exceeding 400. Mm-hmm. Now, I will tell you that range of 350 is what I call desired. If they're at 350 a month, mm-hmm. you've got good profitability margins there for that good volume per advisor for the dealership, and at the same token, you've got the situation where your customer has enough time to get well taken care of.
Do you think three is the number for that many repair orders? 3 advisors or 4?
No, 350 repair orders is a good number on a monthly basis for each advisor.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, for each advisor. Okay, gotcha. No problem. All right.
Correct. So about 15 a day, somewhere in there.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for your help.
No problem. And so staffing, yes. If anything, have the dealership staffed so well that you can meet those 2 standards. And training programs must be an ongoing effort to take the staff and use them. We have been promoting a long while now, probably 90 days. The last 90 days, we've been promoting role-playing labor operations with your advisors. They should understand, how do you present a labor op to a customer? What are the features and benefits of that labor operation? These are standard practices. Training should be an ongoing effort with one thing in mind. One, the road to excellence is always under construction. The road to excellence is always under construction. One final way that I wanted to discuss today about killing your service customers is go ahead and instill policies without flexibility at the advisor level. They should have some logical way to immediately take care of a customer's concern. within a certain financial guidelines that are well stated and agreed upon in advance to keep your customer happy. So if it's $100 or $150, whatever that number is, just have a policy that the advisor states there's no flexibility. Well, our policy is whatever ridiculous demand that the management came up with at the last 20 group meeting or something that's not flexible, and that goes for everybody. I was in one today. Now, I understand this policy. General Motors has a policy, if you want a key code, title, we need the driver's license, the registration fee, registration for the vehicle, and probably before too long a birth certificate. And when you go in and you need a key, I was just at a dealership, the dealership I'm at today. Customer walked in, needed a key, had everything but the title, registration, driver's license. And we say, nope, the policy is no title, no key. Now the husband was there with the wife who lost the key and humiliated the wife at the parts counter. See what this is doing? Now go find the title. I don't know where the title is. Well, where do we have to get one? We have to drive to Louisville and get it from the whatever the hassle is. But when you have, and that policy I understand to a point, that person needed a key they lost. These are the types of things that drive people away. Go ahead, be inflexible. Don't worry about any of these ways to kill customers. And you know what you'll be doing? You'll be wondering, how in the world am I going to build repair order count? What am I going to do to build a count? Let's put $800 to $2,000 advertisements in the paper with low-cost labor operations. Let's mail coupons to everybody within a 15-mile radius for $4,000. Advertising free oil changes to anyone over 30,000 miles. What does it cost to get that customer? What is a customer worth? Whatever your answers are to those questions, know this. We have to stop killing them. We have to. We have to make our dealership so right in these key areas that we don't kill one of them. All right, that's the call for today. Any questions or comments? Just push the number 1 and your hand will be raised. All right, and I will notify you we are working. Mike is working to add some technology, so we will be able to receive text questions and not even push the number 1. So Mike is